What's good, YouTube? My name is Rendeku, and today's topic is a theory video. Now, since this is a new series that I'm going to be trying to do every now and then on the channel, I'm going to it's going to be probably a longer video than I normally do, so you have been warned. So without further ado, let's sit back and get into the topic. Now, this topic comes from both KingandQueenLion and Straw Hat Goofy on TikTok. It came from Straw Hat Goofy, and it was talked about on KingandQueenLion's page, and I wanted to piggyback off of it. And I'll leave the links to their TikToks and any other social medias they have in the description down below. So I'll show you the video that started this whole this theory. So without further ado, here's Straw Hat Goofy's video.
Let's talk about Thor Love and Thunder and how this tiny detail is revealing a dark truth about Jane Foster's Thor. So notice how in every shot of the trailer that Jane Foster is in, she is in her ASGARDIAN armor. Even during scenes where her and Thor are just having a conversation and she doesn't need to be in the armor right now. We see and know that Thor isn't always in his ASGARDIAN armor, he only transforms when it gets serious. So if the question is, why haven't we seen normal Jane at all in the trailer, and there is a reason why she's full on Thor all the time. And this is because Jane Foster could possibly have cancer. In the comics, Jane Foster does have cancer, but every time she transforms into Thor, she gets healed. But every time she turns back into Jane Foster, then it wipes away any chemotherapy that she's done, basically making it worse. So if they're truly adapting this storyline, the reason why we haven't seen normal Jane Foster in the trailer is because she looks like this.
And now here is the video that KingandQueen duetted for Straw Hat Goofy.
Reason why she's full on Thor all the time. And this is because Jane Foster could possibly have cancer.
I was watching that video that Straw Hat did, and Straw Hat is absolutely right. I can really see them doing the whole, her having cancer in the movie. It's like that for her in the comics. Guys, if you haven't read it, please go read her newest comics for that. I have the entire run. It's beautiful. I started thinking, how would they do the angle for her to have cancer? And then it just kind of came to me. Y'all remember this? Remember when she was possessed by the ether? Remember how in that whole entire movie, the ether was really hurting her and messing her up? Remember how sickly she was looking throughout the whole time? What if the ether possessing her and them extracting it is what caused her to have cancer in this movie? Funny thing is, it would make a lot of sense because the ether feeds on its host while it gets stronger. So possibly it feeding on her caused a chain reaction in her body for her to develop cancer. Just a theory.
Now here comes my little help with the theory, and I won't use any images or anything just in case of copyright claim. So without further ado, let me explain. To King and Straw Hat Goofy, I agree with your theory because after we see Thor Ragnarok, we confirmed that Thor with him telling that Banner was stuck as the home for 2 years, that the Sokovia and Ultron happened over 2 years ago. I think during that period of time of 2 years, Jade happened to find out that she, probably through to their good friend Dr. Eric Selvig, that she had cancer, and that she found out she probably had cancer due to having the ether stuck inside of her. And she knew that she probably figured that with all Earth's medicine won't be helpful, because after all it was something that came from outer space. So we know that she probably figured that no amount of medicine on Earth will ever help her get better. So she started seeking out other options, probably looking into different mystical stuff, different things to help her, heal. And she probably stumbled upon, probably was looking up information, and she happened to remember certain things about the ASGARDIANs, how certain abilities and certain things is way more different than a normal human, and that probably Earth, it would probably remind her of how no one on Earth could help her except the ASGARDIANS, but she did have the ether. So she tried to figure out what she could do to remedy that. She possibly stumbled as she traveled, stumbled upon Thor's broken hammer. And somehow she must have gone through some sort of thing, because I'm having a little trouble piecing that part together, how she was able to lift the hammer. Then again, I need to brush up on some comics and stuff to make sure I remember what was the very thing that allowed her to be worthy to wield the hammer. And in doing so, she was able to get her power of Thor. And along the way, she tried to she knew that the hammer would never be the same, so she tried to figure out ways to put it to better use, to use it like the way it is. As we saw in the trailer, we saw that the hammer can break apart and turn into projectiles. She probably could summon them all back into the form of the hammer. But that's just my little thing I wanted to put my little input in. If y'all agree with me, please either comments or do a TikTok video on it. I would love to get y'all input. But that's all I wanted to say. But this is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I hope I probably will do more of these videos in the future. So that's the end of the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, also hit that bell notification. Share this with your friends and family, and follow me on all social medias. Link in the description down below. If you have any topic and reaction requests, please leave them in the comment section down below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
I'm the only one holding on to the mighty and mystic magic, the only unworthy. With rhymes colder than the Bifrost. If I'm crossed, I'm taking your life force, and I'm breaking it harder than tigers when I'm sloshed. Just one thunderbolt, I clap them into smile. He slayed the beat 11.